We were very, very fortunate today to have one of the hardest working South Africans, and from a food perspective, probably one of the most recognized and successful South Africans, here to share experience and our knowledge with us.
My plating may not be up to Michelin standards, but the flavors and the inspiration that I've incorporated into my dish today, I really, truly feel is up there. Last but not least, I've done a pan-seared medallion of venison with a biltong and rosemary crust. I'm serving that with a rooibos-infused sweet potato, some buttered asparagus, and a meatball-sweetened red wine jus.
Today, you said this is it, you were cooking in your kitchen. How did that feel today?
It felt fantastic. If this is my last day, that's the dish I want to go out on.
You were focused, you didn't mess around, you didn't waste any steps. You just got on like a machine with getting the food down, and you could see that you were enjoying it and that you were not going to make any false moves. The only time you slipped up was when you got into a mess about how you were going to dish it out.
Yeah.
And I felt that was such a pity, because up till that minute you'd been perfect. That was a pity.
Should we have a taste, guys?
Yeah.
Tyron, this sauce is a bit too thin. It also smells winey. And honestly, if you had just boiled it down hard for 5 minutes with the lid off,
Yeah.
you would have had a thicker sauce, a sweeter sauce, no winey taste, and a richer sauce. The sauce is what connects all these things together. And everything else is perfect.
When you said biltong crust, I thought it sounds a bit odd, and is it going to be a bit dry? With mixing with the crumbs and the rosemary's got a lovely richness to it, and it works beautifully with the puree, which is, so you can see, super fine, beautifully seasoned. The sauce, you need it to reduce to just bring all those things together, because it was on its way to being heavenly, that sauce.
I think that your crust with that biltong and rosemary really just lifts the meat and it takes it to the next level. The sweet potato with the rooibos infusion in it is really, really great. It's really a good touch.
Every challenge you learn what you've done wrong and you try and correct it in the next challenge. And that's what we want to see on MasterChef. Good on you. I'm proud of you.
Tyron, somebody's dish is going to be third best today.
Sure.
I have a feeling it's not because anybody slipped up. I think it's just going to be a case of someone's going to be outplayed.
Yeah, I respect that.
Thanks, Tyron.
Thank you. Well done.
Thank you. I got to finally do a dish I was proud of, and I wouldn't have changed a thing.
You know, I'm happy with what I put forward today. It wasn't the most complex dish I've done, but you know, it still had a nice variety of elements on the plate. Yeah, I'm just holding thumbs that our honourable guest Prue Leith enjoys it.
Thank you, Jason.
What I've prepared for you is a loin of springbok, prepared medium rare, with a sweet potato fondant, sweet corn puree, baby marrow ribbons, garnished with some wild mushrooms, and then finished off with a rooibos jus.
You're quite confident that you're doing a fewer amount of elements on your plate. Do you think you've got them spot on?
Yes, chef, I tasted as I went for seasoning. and for things to cook to the right degree.
What I am a little unhappy about is that if you go in for this smearage, but most chefs call spoonage, if you get it wrong, you end up with a piece of kitchen paper trying to clean up the dish. And that's what you've got here, a lot of smudges and smears all over the place, fingerprints and everything else, when you've tried to correct a blob or something like that. As a customer, the last thing I want to see on my plate is smears and fingerprints. I think that's a really satisfying dish.
Thank you.
Delicate, beautifully executed, flavoursome. Great.
The sauce is lovely, it's reduced, it's glossy, it's full of flavour. I would have liked, with the sweet potato, make a rusty.
Yeah.
It'll be nice and crisp on the outside. You still get that flavour of the sweet potato that goes very well with springbok. Good plate of food.
You've got the fondant. Could have been browned a little bit more. You needed that textural crunch to it, which you can get from a lovely, well-cooked fondant. The best part for me was that corn puree. You didn't just puree it down and make it really smooth. You've brought a richness to it as well. You've put the butter through there. You've seasoned it well, and it's got a lovely, lovely taste to it, and it does lighten up that meat.
This is a good plate of food. My only gripe is that it looks a lot like a number of different plates we've seen from you before. That said, the brief was to make a beautiful Michelin-star plate that was South African inspired. Sweet corn, rooibos, springbok, sweet potato. It's going to be about the single element on the plate that's going to be the difference between staying in the MasterChef kitchen and hanging up your apron.
So we're really going to have to think hard, and it's made our job a lot harder. So thank you very much. Well done.
Thank you very much, chefs.
Well done,
Thank you,
Jason.
Jason.
Great cooking.
Thank you very much. You know, it's a pressurized situation. You're fighting for your place in the competition. I just hope that my dish is one that makes the 3 today.
If I go home over this dish, I actually couldn't be prouder. I've done a good thing today with the right spirit. Chef? Chef?
Thank you, Leandri.
Thank you.
I have an apricot and brandy ostrich fillet served with a roast sweet corn sorbet, pea mash, and a pompoen poffertjie. In English, I suppose it would be a pumpkin puff. I've used butternut today.
I don't like slates. First of all, black doesn't show up food very well. Secondly, I think that one of the nastiest sounds in the whole world is this. Ideally, I'd have liked to see a sorbet, not in a separate little dish. It needs to be part of the whole dish.
What made you go all out to get so many elements on this plate?
I didn't want to play it safe with a mash and a nice piece of beet or something like that. So I tried to think outside the box.
We saw a bit more vigour with the way you were working in the kitchen today. What was going on?
Well, I think today has been a very significant day. It's really helped me to see how something as simple and beautiful as food to sort of take it to the level of helping people. And today I was just reminded of how that can be done. So I was inspired. It was really significant.
I mean, I have to say, I find you inspiring because you have got absolutely the right attitude. You're cheerful, you're energetic, you're brave, you do things. I mean, this was a brave dish. I mean, it really is a revelation. But I think we should talk less and eat more.
Yes, I agree.
Let's give it a taste.
Leandri,
Yes, chef.
one of your problems has always been in this competition is struggling to follow the brief. Today, I think this is a magnificent taste of South Africa. I think it's an incredibly clever plate. This is exceptional.
Thank you, chef.
If somebody had said to me at the beginning, one of the contestants wants to do 6 things on the plate, I would have said, just too ambitious and not right. I was wrong. It's perfect.
Wow. Thank you very much, chef.
You know, the risk that you took today, I think, paid off. And I love this plate. Thank you for that crisp. It took me back.
That is what we want to see. That is a superb plate of food. You have really, really stepped out of the shadow. I like that you found yourself, and I like the food that you're producing.
You can see a shift in thought or a shift in passion we've seen in Tyron, and now for the first time we see it really in earnest from you. Why do you think that is?
Today I really had an epiphany on how this is really an investment into my future. I have been struggling to find the significance or what difference this is really making in the bigger picture. And yeah, today I had that epiphany that I can create my destiny and my future from this journey in a really beautiful way.
Here in the MasterChef kitchen, we have shown unashamed bias towards showcasing our culinary history, our magnificent South African produce, and celebrating our culinary heroes. We were very, very fortunate today to have one of the hardest working South Africans, and from a food perspective, probably one of the most recognized and successful South Africans, here to share experience and our knowledge with us.
I just love Prue Leith's outlook on food and her approach to cooking.
I would never in a million years have put you 3 down as amateurs. You're not amateurs, you are great cooks. You know, it's been a thrill, a real thrill. Thank you.
Everything that Prue Leith said hit straight home to me.
She's really sweet and very encouraging. So I really like her. I wish we could keep her.
Tyron, you gave us a dish of venison with a biltong and rosemary crust, a rooibos-infused sweet potato puree, asparagus, and a red wine sauce. Leandri, you went out on a limb and you gave us a creation of ostrich with that apricot and brandy marinade, pompoen poffertjies, pea puree, your corn sorbet, and you also did a pup and biltong crisp. Jason, you did the springbok loin with the sweet potato fondant, the corn puree, the ribbon vegetables, and a rooibos tea reduction. You all really did a superb job today. We're very proud of you.
You know, someone has to go home today, but if you go home, you want to go home on a stellar dish. And whoever goes home today, I think they go home feeling very proud of themselves.
The person leaving the MasterChef kitchen today is Tyron.